Hi everybody, I am here today to do a eyeshadow look for you guys. I have the rest of my makeup done, other than my lips. I always do those last for some reason. But today I wanted to do something fun with this guy here. This is the Jeffree Star Mini Jawbreaker palette. And I was gifted this recently by a very good friend whom I love to pieces. And I have just been loving this palette. It's been a while since I've done a video with a really, really bright look. And this palette is gorgeously colored. So I wanted to use it today and do something fun and bright. Brian and I are going to go out to dinner tonight. So wanted to kind of stand out, but also I just kind of want to play with this palette. So, because I love it and it's beautiful. This color here, I don't have my glasses on, so if I get these completely wrong, I don't care. But this one here, Orange Crush, I absolutely love it. And I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but it has a slight shimmer to it. And then I'm thinking in these pinky purples in here, something fun. So I really have no plan to what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. And you guys get to see how it turns out. Which honestly, that's how my makeup is like 90% of the time. Like I'm never like, oh, I think I want to put something, you know, pink on the inner corner and blue around the edges. And like, no, usually I look at it and I'm like, that's a pretty color. Where am I putting that one at? What can I do with this color? How can I add that? So no rhyme or reason. Just don't be afraid of it, man. Put the makeup on wherever you want. I'm going to start with a blending brush, probably actually not that one. I'm going to start with my Unique blending brush because it is slightly smaller. It's a very soft brush, but these are very, very pigmented. They blend really easily, so you don't need anything too firm to move the pigment around. I already have my primer on, and I do have my lower waterline done with a very pretty light pink. This is Hard Candy, which is available at Walmart for $4, and it's pretty. So I'm gonna start with this bottom pink called Bubblegum, and we're just gonna go from there. So let's see what we do today. This palette, because it is a mini palette, doesn't have much as far as transition shades go. So if you wanted to go in with kind of a more natural transition shade, you could use this one down here, Hot Fudge, very light-handed, and blend it out really, really well and get yourself kind of a nice natural transition. For me, that would probably even still be a little dark because I am pale. But if you have any other shadow palettes, mix and match, man. Or do what I'm doing and just take a light-ish color and starting on the outer corner where I'm probably going to darken it anyway with purples. So that way the most of the pigment goes down there, and then I'm just kind of blending it up and out and through the crease and kind of creating a soft pink transition. Because whoever said it has to be all natural. I'm wearing makeup and I don't care if people know that I'm wearing makeup. I do have makeup looks that I do that are very no makeup. But for the most part, why? If I'm going to sit down and do the trouble, I want you to know that it's there, man. But this is a nice add-on. If you're not afraid of color like me and you don't mind doing bright looks, it's a great palette on its own. If you're looking for a little bit more subdued, you're not as crazy into it as I am, it's still a great palette for an add-on to get that pop of color with any other palette that you have. These with that KKW palette that I have would completely change all of the looks. Like nice subtle transitions, pop of pink on the inner corner would be really pretty. you know, or just a pop of pink all over the entire eye. That would be really pretty, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of going in and making sure I've got a nice bright transition. It's such a pretty color, and it's called bubblegum, and it really is. It's bubblegum, man. It's pretty. Brian has asked me before, like, how do I decide what palette I'm using, what colors I'm using and stuff. And sometimes it's based on what I'm wearing. Today I am wearing all black and white because I knew I wanted to do something bright and I didn't want to be limited. Be like, oh, well, I'm wearing yellows and blues, and so I don't want to do pinks and purples for my eyes. But for the most part, I just grab and go. It's like, oh, this palette is calling my name right now, so I'm going to do that. Without a lot of forethought into it. Like, I just don't really care, man. I do what I want to do. I think I'm going to go in. I'm switching brushes to a slightly smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this kind of pinky purple color called Foreplay. And I'm going to begin to, wow, so pigmented. I'm going to start to darken up the outer V area and the crease. And I'm just taking it all the way into the inner corner. This mirror is dirty. So I'm like looking, I'm like, that looks really, really blurry, because it is. I have another mirror right in front of me too. I don't know why I'm using the dirty one. Oh, because that one's too far away. That's why. Because I'm blind. That's why. That one's hard to see. These colors are really complementary colors. They go together really well, so it's taking very minimal effort to kind of blend them seamlessly. Like, they layer really, really nice. I'm just going to go back in with that original blending brush, nothing else on it. And I'm just going to blend out that outer line. Not going too high because I don't want to take that dark color too high. Just kind of blending it between the two. It looks really uneven. It looks like maybe this one I went a little higher than this one. Now ask me if I'm gonna fix it. No, you know why? It still looks pretty. Yeah, like that. Now let's try Purple Punch. I'm gonna go in with this matte purple color on small. It's kind of a crease. I don't know. It's really flat. So this way, it kind of looks like it could be a good blending brush. This side, it's really flat. So this is the type of brush that's really good for getting into the crease. And I'm gonna use it to put the shadow kind of on the outer V and kind of start to bring it in. And then I think I'll do something sparkly. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So it's just about creating layers and building up the color in certain spots. and then making sure that you blend between each spot so that it layers nicely. You're fine. Brian's coming in. Cameo.
I'm not ready to be famous yet.
Sorry. Should have warned him I was doing this. Yeah. So back in with that first brush and just very lightly kind of blending the outside edge of it. Sweet. And then I'm going to go in with a more flat kind of packing brush. This is the Unique Deluxe brush, and I'm going to go in with this shimmery purple. It's got kind of a blue shift to it, and we're going to put that on the part that doesn't have shadow yet. Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So I'm just kind of packing it on the inner corner and then kind of bringing it over that last purple that we laid down. And I'm going to take that last one that we used the purple on, and I'm going to clean it off because it is that kind of flat shape that's really good for getting into the crease. And I'm just going to use that to blend it into my crease area so I don't have a harsh line. This color, though, would be gorgeous for doing a cut crease with. Like, could you see that? That would be just beautiful. I love that. And then get some color under my eyes going. So we're going to go back in with that bubblegum, that first really light pink shade. And we're going to sweep that all the way across under my eye. And then I'm going to go into that matte purple punch shade on the outer corner, the outer side, the outer corner. And I'm going to kind of connect that lower lash line and that outer V, that darker purple color. And that just kind of makes it look like it's all connected. I'm also going to throw my brush on the ground. And I kind of wanted to use that orange color, but now I don't want to mess with it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little smudger brush. This is a Morphe something or other brush. And I'm going to go in with that shimmery purple shade Oral again, and I'm going to kind of pack it onto the inner corner and just really accentuate that color. That's gorgeous. All right. I like it. I am not going to put a liner on the top. If I were going to line the top lash line, in this case with these colors, I would probably go in with a flat angled brush. This one's another Morphe brush, but something like this. And just kind of really push like that dark purple color into the lash line. But I think I'm going to leave it because I don't want it to interfere with that purpley blue color. And I think that goes really well with the light pink in my bottom lash line, my bottom waterline. So I'm going to go in right now. I am using the Tarte Big Ego mascara, and it's very reminiscent of the Better Than Sex, which mine finally died, but it's not quite as good. I don't like it as much. I don't get as much volume, but I had it and I'm gonna use it. Yeah, I like that. I like it. All right, and there we are. Kind of purpley pink with a blue shift shimmery stick that matches this. I like it. I love it a lot, and I love this palette, and I love you, Kaylee. Thank you. Have a great day.